The main changes are around two visas, which is the Working Holiday Maker visa, commonly known as the Backpacker visa, and the Seasonal Worker Program. And both of these visas are used extensively by farmers in different areas of Australia with different sorts of labour needs, but are finding some of their drawbacks. And some of the changes announced will go actually to addressing some of those drawbacks. So one of them is for backpackers, for example, they'll actually be able to access a third year of a visa if they actually do 6 months of work in regional Australia. So I think that is incredibly useful. Also, increasing the age limit from 30 to 35 years for several countries. That's the feedback that we've had too, is that people are still backpacking now in their mid-30s and are quite happy to go out on farm, experience regional Australia, work hard for a couple of months, earn a bit more money and keep travelling. So those sorts of things will be good. Reducing some of the upfront costs for and out-of-pocket costs for employers in the seasonal worker program, extending the time frame for labour market testing validity, extending the period of work for the seasonal worker program from 6 to 9 months. All of those things will be a huge step forward for farmers who are currently wondering just where they're going to get their workers this season.
Yeah, there's some of the changes which I'd imagine you could almost define as common sense, allowing somebody to work at the same agricultural operation for more than 6 months and extending that seasonal work period that you just outlined from 6 to 9 months, because some crops are harvested over a long time of that year. But there are others that I'd imagine you will be questioned on today, and one is reducing that out-of-pocket expense for employers in the seasonal workers program. These are people usually coming from poorer countries that don't have much money in the first place. Are you putting more of the burden on those people coming to Australia to work, and do you worry that will turn some people away?
No, I think it's more about the recoverable costs that employers pay for the seasonal worker program. So this is not about trying to take money out of the pockets of seasonal workers. This is actually about recovering some of those costs, from the upfront costs that farmers have to pay. And it is about, that they're still paid according to awards. Their conditions must still be, the best conditions that we have. And this is about matching up farmers with employers in a way that is reducing some of the costs of employers while giving seasonal workers still a lot of options to come on farms.
What's missing here? What else would you like to see from the government?
Well, we still are talking to government about an ag visa generally, which would enable people who aren't part of the seasonal worker program to come in under a visa specifically designed for agriculture, with some of the things that we don't see in these current changes. One of them is about portability, for example. The seasonal worker program is still attached to a single employer. So an employer signs up for an employee or a number of employees to come for a period of time for a number of hours. But look, we're willing to absolutely give this a go. Those sorts of changes, new visas take a long time to establish, and certainly the changes that we've seen announced today will make a difference for this current harvest, and that will be an enormous relief for an industry, Warwick, that is growing exponentially.
President of the National Farmers Federation, Fiona Simpson. And as Fiona mentioned in that interview, the conditions those workers are employed under is a huge issue here. Protecting those workers from exploitation is a key concern for the industry. That's why a certification